Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Football Fallout. This is the quarterback edition for Week 11. We're going to talk briefly about who is projected to do well in Week 10, who actually played well in Week 10, and what effects and what ramifications will that have in Week 11 and forward as we look into waiver wire acquisitions. I also give out my awards for the week. This week we are giving out for quarterbacks the Kicked in the Nuts Award. I want to know who kicked you in the nuts, so please let me know in the comments below. The Dumpster Vomit Award of the week and the I'm Watching You Award of the week. Somebody's on my radar. They need to be on yours as well. As I always say, please, 2 seconds to your time for 2 clicks. A like and a subscribe. We want to unlock some features. We need your help to do that. We want to make these videos better, and we need your subscription to make that happen. Let's just jump in, as I like to do. The projected top 10 according to ESPN. The one in white there has not played yet. Obviously, in order, we have Mahomes, Jackson, Rodgers, Winston, Brees, Ryan, Rivers, Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, who has not played, and Dak Prescott, who actually scored well as we go through the ESPN scoring. The ones in white were the ones that ESPN got correct. Mahomes, Daniel Jones, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott. So 4 out of the top 5, very good. And then you see some people that we did not assume would do well, at least according to ESPN. Mitch Trubisky, Josh Allen, Sam Darnold, Kirk Cousins, and Ryan Tannehill. Now, before we get into the waiver wire and the awards of the week, I just want to talk briefly. Mahomes looked great. I was a little bit nervous about him. I wanted to see if he was going to be limited. Now, he did not have a single rushing attempt in the game, but I'm not worried about that. 3 touchdown passes. He looked good. Kansas City did not win the game, but the defense let them down once again. It seems to be like Kansas City's defense, maybe they're always sucking wind because Kansas City scores too quick. Daniel Jones, not a surprise, playing a weaker Jets defense. Lamar Jackson, not a surprise. Kyler Murray, not a surprise. Dak Prescott. Mitch Trubisky, smoke and mirrors. I've been down on him all season. I do have to give him credit. 3 touchdown passes, great for him. But, the Bears were playing a backup quarterback on the other side of the ball, so good for the Bears, I guess. Josh Allen, the 2 rushing touchdowns salvaged his week. The Browns really shut him down, did a great job, but he did get those 2 rushing touchdowns. Unfortunately, the Bills missed a field goal, if you're a Bills fan, at the end of regulation there. Sam Darnold playing weaker Giants defense, not all together, unexpected there. Kirk Cousins played lights out. I've been critical of him in primetime games. He's had 2 primetime games, played great in both games, hit Kyle Rudolph twice for 2 touchdowns there. So good for Kirk Cousins. And then Ryan Tannehill, I've been talking about him. If you've been watching this show, I think you should pick him up, although he is going to be on a bye week in Week 11. So let's get to the awards. I want to know who kicked you in the nuts. I'll tell you who kicked me in the nuts. Drew freaking Brees. Coming into this game off a bye week, I was expecting New Orleans to really just run through Atlanta. Now, Atlanta was on a bye week as well. Matt Ryan came back, so the team was a little bit better, playing a little bit better. But New Orleans, I think, the week off just didn't help them at all. It kind of killed their momentum. I'm not worried about them long term. I'm not worried about Drew Brees long term, but I did have him in some daily fantasy. I certainly recommended him to everybody this week. He kicked me right in the pills, right in the nuts. So who kicked you in the nuts? Was it Brees? Was it somebody else? You let me know. The Dumpster Vomit Award of the week, and this one is near and dear to my heart, is Jared Goff, who was absolutely manhandled all day by Pittsburgh. It was one of my concerns if you watch my game plan videos, the deep dive videos. Jared Goff can be made to feel uncomfortable when he's facing a tough pass rush. Pittsburgh has a tough pass rush. They play quite well. And, 2 interceptions later, I mean, he just didn't get anything going all day. Cooper Kupp didn't get anything going. The entire Rams offense didn't get anything going. Dumpster vomit ruined me. I lost my game because of, I almost gave a thumbs up, because of Jared Goff. Boo for you. Now, who am I watching? Again, I've been talking about this guy for a little while. Baker Mayfield. Look, to end the season, he has 2 games against the Steelers. I don't love that because of the blitzing, and we just talked about what they did to Jared Goff. But Baker Mayfield doesn't get as uncomfortable with pressure as Jared Goff does. Or I should say Baker Mayfield. I might have said Jared Goff there twice. Baker Mayfield does not get as uncomfortable with pressure. He can move and kind of work the pocket a little bit. I don't mind that so much. But he has 2 games against the Cincinnati Bengals. That's great. He has a game against the Arizona Cardinals. That's great. And he also has a game against the Baltimore Ravens. They played the Ravens well the last time. The Ravens are a little bit of a different defense, but what I'm trying to say is this is kind of setting up similar to how 2018 set up for Baker Mayfield. I like him going forward. He had 2 touchdowns against a tough Buffalo Bills defense. I think he should be on your radar, which brings me to my waiver wire pickups, my top waiver wire pickups of the week. Kirk Cousins still only owned in 59% of the league. I think that might change after the Sunday night performance. Jimmy Garoppolo, who I still like. I don't care if he has an underperformance on Monday Night Football. We'll see how that shakes out. He has yet to play this week, but I like Jimmy Garoppolo this week. Moving forward into the season. Remember that acquisition of Emmanuel Sanders is great. They're getting healthier on the offensive side of the ball. Their passing game is just getting a little bit more mature as we advance into the season. I like him moving forward. Baker Mayfield, as I said, Derek Carr, who's playing very, very well, playing very efficiently in Oakland, and believe it or not, guys, you wake up on Monday morning, Oakland is in pole position for the last wild card spot. If the season ended today, Oakland would be in there. So congratulations, Raiders fan. Maybe they can, Raiders fans, I should say, they should. It could potentially, have a special last year in Oakland, so that's pretty cool. And then lastly, Ryan Tannehill, I have him in white because he is on a bye week, but he's been playing really well. In ESPN, in the 5 weeks that he started, 4 of them he's been over 20 points. You can't ignore that. Daily fantasy grade, 17% owned in leagues. He's definitely out there for you. You can stream him week to week, depending on matchup as well. The Chiefs defense coming into this game looked like it was going to do a pretty decent job, and Derrick Henry went nuts, but Ryan Tannehill still had a fantastic game. So pick him up. Any of these quarterbacks I think you could stream week to week, so check them out. The Tennessee Titans I think continue to be one of my favorite back half of the season teams to make a run at that playoff spot. I think Cleveland will go on a run, but I don't think they're going to be able to make the playoffs. I think they're just a little bit too far behind, but we'll see how that goes. But anyway, check out all of my other videos. I'm going to be doing running back, wide receiver, tight end, and defense special teams. So check out all of those videos. I'll also have a deeper dive into waiver wire on Tuesday, along with my power rankings. And then, of course, we do our game previews and deep dives as we close out the week. Thanks, everybody, as always, for watching. Once again, please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on another episode soon.